Hey, my Liptons. I wanted to come in here and do a quick video. So listen, this is not going to be too long because there's not a lot of topics to talk about. But I want to quickly discuss, a lot of the artists that submitted their awards to the Grammys, and who I personally think is going to win these Grammys. You already know. I'm very pessimistic about the Grammys now, but clearly a lot of y'all faves are not. I want to talk about Joker 2. Listen, Joker 2 has been getting dragged all over my timeline, okay? Y'all are dragging Joker 2 all over my timeline. And honestly, in a way, I kind of hate that for the movie, but like at the same time, I'm not surprised. And I've said that multiple times in the past. I'm gonna discuss that and the box office numbers. And lastly, honestly, I'm gonna discuss like, and this might be my last time talking about it unless something happens, but like this whole Halle Bailey thing and like people trying to trying to just saying ridiculous things on Twitter when it comes to this quote unquote breakup, which I think is for PR, with DDG. So I'm gonna discuss that, and I'm also gonna discuss how people are talking about a lot of, like, I guess fans. I don't know if it's like DDG fans or Halle Bailey fans that are saying like, oh, like y'all are celebrating the downfall of a black family or something, but yet y'all continue to celebrate the downfall or wanting to celebrate if Ciara and Russell Wilson were to break up. And I kind of thought about that during this whole situation. So I'm gonna get to that at the end, but and discuss my feelings on that and those correlations. So please subscribe to the channel, okay? We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. Let's get up. Let's get those numbers up. Let's subscribe. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers before, I guess you could say like early 2025 to get there. So, but the quicker the better. We're almost there. Thank y'all so much. And let's continue with this video. Let's discuss the Grammys first. So, listen, I saw, and at this point, it's like, when you watch those videos on about factories and how they make a product, and it's like product, and it's like, is there a lot of consistency with that? When it comes to the Grammys and these artists submitting their work to the Grammys, it's like that. It's like when you put your thing in a machine and it just prints out the same thing. These artists continue to get the same results. Listen, I've noticed that a lot of y'all faves that continue to complain and bitch and moan about the Grammys submitted their work to the Grammys. Apparently, the voting board began. I saw clearly, I already discussed this, but like Beyonce submitted Cowboy Carter to the Grammys. Nicki Minaj submitted, what was it, Pink Friday 2 to the Grammys. Now, in a way, I shouldn't say I'm surprised by that, but at the same time, I'm just like, at what point, like, when you do lose, which you will lose, okay? Because you have stated in the past that the Grammys has blackballed you, and an incident happened in the past that they blackballed you. So clearly, when you do lose this Grammy, I don't want to hear it. And that is across the board. That is from her and her fans. Nicki Minaj's fans, Beyonce fans. I discussed Beyonce in the last video about her submitting Cowboy Carter in the country categories for the Grammys. Beyonce fans, Nicki Minaj fans. Who else? Who else was bitching about the Grammy? Like, I feel like the only person who is consistent with not submitting their work to the Grammys after calling them out for calling and saying that they're racist is Zayn Malik. Zayn Malik is the only one. Like, I remember when it was that year when Harry Styles, I think, won a Grammy for Album of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. And that was the same year that Zayn Malik called out the Grammys for being racist. That man has never submitted his work to the Grammys, his solo work to the Grammys since. So it's like he's the only one that has like consistency. But all these other artists, I swear to God, like y'all, they talk out of their ass. It's like Their mouth says one, but they talk out of their ass. I don't understand how you nignogs, like, y'all claim that the Grammys are so racist. They blackball me. They like to snub black artists. They like to snub this artist and that artist. But yet y'all continue to submit y'all work to the Grammys. Like, I'm not, like, at a certain point, it becomes like, okay, like, y'all clearly want that validation. Like, y'all at the whims, and y'all want the validation of the Grammys because y'all feel like the Grammys holds weight to y'all careers or something. Even though I personally feel like it doesn't really, because even though it's like, yes, it's nice to have an award, but like, there's so many iconic artists that have not won a Grammy, but yet they have still gone down in history as being amazing artists, like, Tupac, Biggie, like, so many, what was it, Wu-Tang Clan? Like, no, Wu-Tang is for the children, okay? So it's like these are great artists and great groups that have not won Grammys, and yet they're still iconic, entertainers, artists. So I think that, a lot of these artists, the Beyoncés of the world, the Nicki Minaj's of the world, just overall, when it comes to that, hold the Grammys in such a high, they uplift it. And I think it's hard for them to really break away from from that to be more specific, that white validation, because the Grammys is a white award show. They're gonna put their white artists above anybody else. So I just think that, the fans, the stands, the Barbs, the Beehive, the Who Hive, anybody Hive, y'all need to be prepared for y'all to be disappointed, because at this point it's like your faves. It might be, at this point, it might be a humiliation kink. It's like you submit, you fail, you submit, you fail, so you submit, you fail. So it's like, at this point, it's a humiliation kink at this point when it comes to y'all faves. Like, they just continue to submit their work knowing that they're not gonna either get album of the year or best rap album, or and that also goes for, like, not just the women, but like the male artists too. Like, Jay-Z was complaining last year. Like, Drake complained on the stage when he won the Grammy. So it's like, these artists are just like on some humiliation kink kind of thing. I don't know what's going on with them. Like, at this point, it's like, I don't know when they're going to actually follow what they say. So, but apart from that, I did see that, Taylor Swift submitted her work on Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish, Eminem, Megan Thee Stallion. So a lot of artists have submitted their work. I think, I don't know. I feel like I didn't see Ariana Grande's name for some reason. I hope she submitted her work. She definitely needs to win some awards. She needs to win some awards for her album. I think she definitely deserves something. But also, unfortunately, I think that Taylor Swift is gonna sweep next. Like, even though she doesn't deserve it, and that's just, Swifties, don't get mad at me. But for me personally, and I said this in a video in the past, for me personally, I think that, Billie, Ariana Grande, hell, I guess you can also throw Sabrina Carpenter in there, even though I personally don't listen to her. But they've, all three of them have had great years. As 2024 was their year. Like, if you really want to talk about it, like, Sabrina Carpenter had a great year. Billie Eilish had a great year. Ariana Grande had a great year. And I think that those three pop girls definitely need to sweep at the Grammys. But because Taylor Swift is the industry made her the face of, like, pop music, I guess, or pop, yeah. The industry made her the face of pop music. So I at this point, I think that she might end up winning album of the year, for the Culture Reports department, and she's definitely gonna sweep. So, like I said, do I think Taylor Swift's album deserved it? No, Taylor Swift's album was very boring, but but I definitely think that Sabrina Carpenter is gonna get Best New Artist. I think I honestly wish Ariana Grande would win a solo Grammy. Like, I know she won a Grammy with no, she's not the one that has gotten snubbed a lot. Like, Ariana Grande deserves a solo Grammy. Like, she either deserves best pop album or something. Billie Eilish deserves best recording album or something like that. I think that's one of the categories she definitely deserves. So it's like, I wish that I hope at least that they get those awards, because unfortunately album of the year is not going to go to anybody but to Taylor Swift, because that's, that's the industry's favorite. Anyway, but that's all I have to say about the Grammys. Y'all faves, if they can continue to submit, whatever, we'll be here to talk about it. We'll be here to call them out on their BS, because they continue to talk shit about the Grammys, but yet they submit it. So that's all I have to say on that. Listen, y'all are dragging. Y'all are dragging Joker 2. And I feel bad in a way, because I feel like, Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor. I think that Lady Gaga, really, she's been into her acting bag for a while now. She won an Oscar. So I genuinely think that they wanted this to work. Okay? I don't think that they did this to BS or anything like that. I think that they genuinely wanted this to work. But unfortunately, this is one of those things where, like, I think that they should have listened to the fans and listened to, I don't know, like, they should have done some revisions. Like, I just think that, number one, this should have never been a musical. I said that in the past. I said that previously. And it was, I don't know, this film low-key was not needed. I think the first one was supposed to be a standalone. But, they decided to make it into a part 2. And in a way now, I feel like I'm starting to think that maybe the director was forced to make a Joker 2 because of the success of Joker 1. I'm just speculating here. I think he was forced to do it by the studio, by Warner Brothers, because I think right now, the film industry, overall, people are not going to the movies. And they, we need some wins when it comes to the box office. And I think that, they could probably, hit up Todd and was like, listen, like, Joker 1, well, the first Joker made $1 billion at the box office. So we might as well, like, milk that and milk the success of that and make it part 2 and add a celebrity in there that, that can, give us the same hype as we did the first one. I just think that, listen, and low key, I'm not going to lie, and I said this previously, and, and I like Lady Gaga. I like her. Them, throwing Lady Gaga onto this was, them trying to be strategic, because they wanted a celebrity's fan base to come and watch this film. I think, can we be honest here, y'all? It is no shade. And I love Lady Gaga. I grew up on her. But Lady Gaga is not at the heights as she used to be when it comes to, like, artistry, like, when it comes to, like, music. And I think that if they truly wanted a celebrity to bring eyeballs to their film, I don't know, like, they need to look at who are the new pop girls, or whatever. Y'all need to be looking at who's popping right now. Like, I'm not saying Taylor Swift should have played. I'm just saying, like, if they want a celebrity, clearly, Taylor Swift has the biggest fan base when it comes to the pop girls. Like, who knows, Ariana Grande, like, hell, Selenagomez now is acting now. So it's like, I feel like they should have, there are many other pop girls that have, that are more, I'm talking about as of right now, more relevant when it comes to music and have really huge fan bases. And I think that Lady Gaga is not where she is when it comes to music the way she was before. Okay, not to say that she won't succeed, she won't have great, music or stuff like that, but like I just don't think that she's at those heights musically as she was a couple of years ago. So that's one. I think that they should have gone for a different pop girl. Overall, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think that they should have had a singer like a already established singer to play the role of Harley Quinn. They should have went for another actor. I don't know, an up and coming actor or the actor that's been in Hollywood. Like I don't think that they should have chose a singer to play this role. Number two, it should have never been a musical. I think the script also did a big disservice to this film, and I think that it sucks that like it flopped, and now this thing is literally gonna bomb in the worldwide box office because now they need to make up. Who knows? Maybe China will come and save them. Maybe the Chinese movie goers might come up in there and go watch this film and give them a night, make them reach the 200 million limit. But as of right now, it seems like they're gonna be in some deep shit. They're definitely gonna be in some deep shit. So I think it sucks. It sucks for Joaquin. It sucks for. But then again, Warner Brothers also should have known. Like it's like, at what point y'all gonna stop doing shitty films? Like, and this is the thing too. I want to get into Warner Brothers. I want to get into, as far as like the DC comics and all these characters, because I've actually genuinely, I think that the DC comics are more compelling characters compared to the Marvel comics. It's just that Marvel films, the MCU has had better marketing and better, like when it comes to producing the films. Forget about, as of like the last few years, but like, from what we've known Marvel to be at its highest, they have produced great films. Warner Brothers has just face planted so many times. It's like at this point, it's like, when are y'all gonna get y'all shit together? When? And I want to get into, and maybe, who knows, maybe James Gunn is going to save DC. I genuinely hope so. Like people are like, oh my God, James Gunn is leaving Marvel. I'm like, no, I hope he does leave Marvel to go help Warner Brothers and them. I want to see, I want to watch an alternative for Marvel. Like I want to see the dark stuff. You know what I mean? I want to see an alternative to comic book films. So I think that I hope James Gunn saves this. I hope he saves Warner Brothers, because what Warner Brothers is doing right now is just, they just lost a lot of money. I mean, they've been losing money, but they lost a lot of money with this. And it sucks. You know. Either way. Y'all, anyone that has watched Joker 2, I've seen the clips on Twitter. I've seen it floating around. I've seen some of the dance scenes. I was cracking up. I was like, oh my God, this cannot be serious. But y'all tell me what you guys think. If y'all watched it, tell me how y'all feel about the film. If y'all liked it, if y'all enjoyed it. We'll see what happens. Lastly, I want to discuss Halle, DDG, and this whole, like, people trying to make this correlation with Ciara and whatever. Let me be clear here. I think, one, people are saying, oh, the breakup is real because Halle has deleted her pictures of DDG on her Instagram. That still doesn't matter, personally, for me. I feel like that's still not confirmation because, she hasn't followed DDG on Instagram and she had a whole baby with him. So it's like, that doesn't mean anything. Like I said, I'm still skeptical of it. I still think there's a PR stunt. I think that it's to salvage her image. I already did a video about this. The last video, you guys can go watch that. I discussed how I think this is for PR. We don't have to go too much into it in this video. But I am noticing that quite a bit of, like, either it's her fan, not all of them, but like some of her fans, maybe it's DDG's fans, I don't know. I guess like some of like the ones that were shipping them or that were standing them as a couple are saying that, oh, the people that are celebrating the breakup between Halle Bailey and DDG, y'all don't like to celebrate black love. Y'all hate black love. Y'all don't how y'all talking about the destruction of a family, they have a baby, y'all are celebrating, y'all are miserable, y'all are this, y'all are that. And I actually find that to be extremely interesting commentary coming from those people. Because aren't y'all the same ones that, be wishing the downfall of Ciara and Russell Wilson? Aren't you nignogs the same one that drag Russell Wilson every single year? Y'all call him a square. Y'all say that he's corny. Y'all say that, oh, he's not a serious person. Oh, Ciara's only with him for the money. Y'all say y'all have been dragging Russell and Ciara at least every year. There's commentary about them at least maybe once or twice a year about how they're not perfect for each other. But yet, Halle Bailey and DDG, and not to say, these two are young, so I get it. But Halle Bailey and DDG, so it's like now that, we're having that quote unquote same energy that y'all have for Ciara and Russell Wilson towards Halle Bailey and DDG, y'all are mad. Y'all are upset. Y'all are saying we hate black love and we don't support black love. So if we don't support black love and we hate black love, how come y'all don't support Ciara and Russell Wilson? And I'm not talking about everybody. Let me just be very clear. There's a lot of people that support Ciara and Russell Wilson. A lot of people that think that they're a beautiful couple, have beautiful children. But most of the time, that is women that support this union. A good amount of the time, a lot of men, quite frankly, are the ones that go online, especially a lot of celebrity men that go online and like to say how Russell Wilson is a square or they feel like he's corny. Let's be very clear on that. So it's like, okay, so Russell Wilson is a square for marrying Ciara after she had Future, for making her a wife, giving her children, and mind you, having children in wedlock. But yet, and that's bad, but yet these two who had a child out of wedlock now and made Halle Bailey a baby mama, y'all celebrate that. Y'all are celebrating, y'all like to celebrate dysfunction. That's what y'all want. It's the like, if y'all don't see clear as day what is happening here, y'all, my Liptons, like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. They like to celebrate the dysfunction within communities a lot of times. Unfortunately, I also see like is a good amount of men that like to support the dysfunction of relationships. But when you do have a functional relationship, and listen, I don't know Ciara and Russell Wilson behind closed doors, but from what they put out there and what they represent right now, they represent married couple, children in wedlock. So this is a problem, but this isn't a problem. It's so like hypocritical, and it's clear as day what's happening here. This is why, like, I don't take a lot of the things that is being said online very seriously, and especially when it comes to Russell Wilson, because it's like, listen, if quote unquote, if Halle Bailey were to get her a Russell Wilson, y'all will be dragging her. Y'all will be saying, oh, how could she, date another man when she has DDG's baby, and it's so soon, and blah 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 blah. It's like y'all was saying the same thing about Ciara. So by default, right, since y'all are talking about, black love and how we hate, y'all don't like to celebrate black love, why are y'all not celebrating Ciara and Russell Wilson? Men. And I have to bring the men into this because, quite frankly, it's been more male celebrities and more male commentators online that have been dragging. And mind you, Russell Wilson has been quiet for a long time when it comes to he has not spoke on this, but like, and he shouldn't. Y'all drag Russell Wilson for filth for years. Still to this day, there are male commentators that are still dragging Russell Wilson with it when it comes to Ciara, or like if Ciara were to do a song, oh my God, what is Russell Wilson? Y'all drag him for years, and these are two black people that last time I checked. So shouldn't y'all be celebrating Russell Wilson and Ciara's marriage and the children that they've had in marriage? By default, shouldn't that be the one that makes sense? And shouldn't y'all be criticizing DDG and Halle Bailey for not getting married before they had their baby? I would think that things would make sense, common sense. Since we're all for black love and all for all these different things, that means by default, shouldn't we be criticizing DDG and Halle Bailey for not getting married before they had a kid? I just think that whole thing is ridiculous, and people are saying, trying to, I guess, oh, y'all celebrating the destruction of black love. No, DDG is celebrating the destruction of the breakup between him and Halle, and quite frankly, they both have used their relationship for monetization and put it out there and trolling and doing all these different things. So now people don't even know what is real and what is fake. Even me, as of right now, I still think that this thing is for PR. I don't believe that this breakup is real. Because the way these two have monetized their relationship and put themselves out there as if like, you don't even know what is factual. So quite frankly, don't get mad at us, for saying, hey, like, or the people for saying that, we're happy that this relationship is over, because now maybe DDG can go do his YouTube stuff and troll and do all that, whatever, and Halle can just focus on the music and focus on being an actress. But then again, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's gonna take a while for Halle, and it's listen, y'all gonna get angry when I say this. It's gonna take a while for her reputation, and I get it. The stands feel like, oh no, what her reputation is not ruined. Y'all know damn well what I'm talking about here. It's gonna take her a while to get build herself up to that place prior to the baby. I'm talking about like the heights when it came to like the Little Mermaid. Could she get there? Yes. But as of right now, it's like she's just, just baby mama Halle. Baby mama Halle, not married. Let me be clear here. Could Halle Bailey have done worse? Yes. But could she also have done better? Yes. And she chose DDG. She chose to have a baby with him. She was an adult. She had a say in this. We need to stop making it seem as if Halle is a victim in this situation, because she is not. The same way that y'all said that Ciara is not a victim for having a baby with Future out of wedlock. Y'all drag her for that. The same way we need to have that same energy when it comes to Halle Bailey. She chose this. She knew what she was doing. Either way, I just think that, let me be very clear. I do hope Halle Bailey, but that's the thing. Like, even if this breakup is real, like, I just don't, I see her going back to DDG. Like, if this breakup is real, I see her going back. I don't see her letting him go so easy. And I could be wrong. I don't know. But if she does end up moving on, I hope that it's someone good for her, who treats her right, who treats her child right. Hell, I hope that she has a Russell Wilson type. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Maybe, I hope that she has a Russell Wilson type, a husband type that will marry her. I hope that things go well for her. I honestly hope, she goes back to acting and gets great roles and, continues the music. Because I actually really, really enjoy her music. I hope she does well. But it's going to take some time. Anyway, y'all tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about, these Grammy submissions? How do you guys feel about Joker 2 and these review bombings that are happening? How do you guys feel about the quote-unquote correlation between Halle Bailey and Ciara? Okay, please know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.